Good evening. I'm Mary Lou Rousseau, and I'm here to welcome you this evening to the recognition banquet for the retiree class of 2017-2018. Tonight we are honoring 156 retirees who have rendered 3,210 years of service to our school division. That's an average of over 20 years of service each. That's a lot of service. I have the honor and pleasure of being the first this evening to thank each of you for your service and dedication to Newport News Public Schools. This is always a great occasion, but one I always have mixed feelings about. As we celebrate this new beginning for our retirees, I have to say that I am sad to see you leave. We're going to have to fill your positions. Over the past 21 years that I've been part of this school division, I've had the opportunity to meet many of you and to get to know some of you personally. Thank you for choosing education as your career and for dedicating so many years of your life to our students. Sir Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Tonight, I'm proud to recognize all that each of you has given to our school division. During your tenure, some of you have worked in our classrooms and have guided many of our students to great success. Think about how many students' lives you've influenced. For those of you who have worked outside of the classroom, thank you for your efforts in making sure that our students arrived at school safely, were well fed, and were safe and secure in a clean, well-maintained learning environment. Newport News Public Schools has accomplished a great deal during your tenure: a record graduation rate, a growing extended learning program, expanded meal service, environmental awards, transportation accolades, and numerous state and national honors. All of this wouldn't have been possible without your contributions. Your experience and expertise were key to the school division's achievements and have not gone unnoticed. While I'm hopeful that you'll miss us just a little bit, I know that retirement brings with it exciting changes and new opportunities and challenges that you're sure to enjoy. I wish each of you good health to do the things that you want to do in your retirement, the things you've put off until now. And on behalf of the administration of Newport News Public Schools, I thank you for your commitment and service to our school division. School Board Chairman Gary Hunter will bring greetings and introduce some of our special guests joining us tonight. Mr. Hunter.
Thank you, Miss Mary Lou Rousseau. Wow, there are great things happening in Newport News Public Schools this evening, right? Aren't y'all excited? Man, okay, I'm counseling all retirement. No, I'm just kidding. To my retiring class of 2017-2018, congratulations, and thank you for your service and dedication to Newport News Public Schools. You represent what is great about our school district, the dedicated employees' family. Over the years, you have made considerable contributions to education here in Newport News. You have shared your talents with our students in the community as teachers, librarians, custodians, cafeteria staff, supervisors, bus drivers, teachers' assistants, bus assistants, administrators, plant service staff, service workers, professional school counselors, secretaries, nurses, clerks, and superintendent. I see we have our Dr. Kilgore in the audience with us tonight, so thank you for coming out here. As we begin the celebration tonight, I would like to share a few thoughts with you. Retirement, it's just the beginning of a very special time in your life. It is an achievement of just one goal and the opportunity to set new ones. There is no limit to the challenge it offers, the satisfaction it could bring, or the world of accomplishment is yet to hold. As you begin this new phase of your life, may you find joy in remembering the past accomplishments, and that the happiness of pursuing new hopes and dreams await you. So on behalf of the Newport News School Board, our students, parents, and the citizens of Newport News, thank you for your devoted service and congratulations again on your retirement. At this time, I would like to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests who have joined us here for the celebration this evening. In no particular order, I will first recognize our school board members. We have Mrs. Shelley Simon. She come in. School board member Marvin Harris. We have Vice Mayor Tina Vick. Councilwoman Sharon Scott. Councilwoman Dr. Patricia Woodbury. Also from our federal legislators, we have Benjamin Bailey representing Congressman Bobby Scott's office. And we have Julie Smith from Congressman Scott Teller's office. At this time, I do not see anyone else. I would like to thank you for coming out and sharing and recognizing this special occasion with these retirees. So at this time, I will ask Kathy Alexander, our Executive Director of Nutrition and Wellness, will come forward to provide the invocation. Thank you and have a good evening. Ms. Alexander. Before, we did have another school board member just arrive. Mr. Douglas Brown, please come on in, have a seat.
Good evening. I'm honored to join you tonight to honor and celebrate the dedicated service each of you has given to Newport News Public Schools. Congratulations to each of you on your retirement. Please join me in the invocation. Lord, bless our honorees this evening as we thank them for their dedicated service to our students and staff. May their contributions continue to be felt by many for years to come. Bless the new path they take. Bless their future endeavors with success. May their new direction bring them great pleasure and deep satisfaction. Bless their bodies with health and their souls with joy. Lord, bless the food in this gathering to recognize and honor our retiring colleagues. May we all be strengthened and uplifted in your honor. Amen. I wanted to remind you, when I came in, the line was very long for pictures, so you can go in and out anytime during dinner and have your picture taken. Enjoy your dinner.
I'm Stephanie Hotz, the Director of Human Resources, and joining me this evening is my co-presenter, Michelle Mitchell, Executive Director of Student Advancement. Please join me in a round of applause for the Menchville High School Chamber Orchestra under the direction of Anna Moyer. Also want to recognize Mr. John Ely, one of our school board members who has joined us also, if you would make him feel welcome. It is an honor to join you this evening as we recognize your dedicated service to Newport News Public Schools. Retirement is not the end, it is a new journey, a new direction, a new challenge, and a new adventure. One I am sure all of you are ready to begin. Before we recognize each of you for devoting so much of your lives to public education, I want to once again thank you for helping this school division educate thousands of young people in our city. You have provided our students with the tools and experiences they need for successful futures. You have made a real impact on the future. It is time to recognize each of you for your dedicated service to Newport News Public Schools. Tonight, each of you will be presented with a special plaque. The plaque reads, "Upon your retirement, Newport News Public Schools presents this certificate and wishes to express its sincere thanks and gratitude for your years of dedicated service. Your wisdom and commitment to excellence have inspired all of us and will be remembered for many years to come. We wish you good health, happiness, and continued success in your retirement." To the retiree class of 17-18, we salute each of you for your contributions to our school district. Our students and our school division have greatly benefited from your dedicated and loyal service. To assist with our recognition this evening, I invite our school board members, our elected officials, and the acting superintendent to come forward and form a receiving line in front of the stage to recognize and thank this year's retirees.
Honorees, as we announce your name, please come forward and proceed through the congratulatory receiving line. Tonight, as we call each honoree to the front, we will share special comments from their supervisor. It is a great pleasure that we present this year's honorees. Our first honoree is Ingrid Abbott. Ingrid Abbott is retiring as an instructional assistant at Saunders Elementary School with 15 years of service. Her administrator shared she is always on the hunt for more resources. She brought back Spanish texts from her native country to share with teachers and students. Her expertise and dedication is truly appreciated. She will greatly be missed by students and staff. Miss Abbott. Brenda E. Arrington. Miss Arrington is retiring as a teacher at Denby High School with 34 years and 7 months of service. Her administrator shared that Miss Arrington, or Mama Arrington, as many of the students fondly addressed her, has a genuine love for her students in Denby High School. Miss Arrington has always had an overflow of requests to take her classes. Denby High School staff and students will truly miss Mama Arrington in room 152. Miss Arrington. Lynn W. Backus. Ms. Backus is retiring as a speech-language pathologist at Greenwood Elementary School with 26 years and 7 months of service. Her administrator shared that she only worked at Greenwood for a short time, but she always put her best foot forward. Her smile would light up any room she entered, and she always made sure the students that she served received top-notch speech instruction. I wish you many wonderful years of doing the things you enjoy. Miss Backus. Kim C. Baugh. Mr. Baugh is retiring as a teacher at Yates Elementary School with 19 years of service. His administrator shared that he has shared his love of music with countless students during his long career. He has worked with students of all ages in several schools. It is clearly evident that he enjoys what he does. He has instilled a love of music in many students and has been an integral part of the Yates school community. Mr. Baugh. Gloria J. Bartos. Ms. Bartos is retiring as a school nurse at Sanford Elementary School with 26 years and 1 month of service. Her administrator shared that she ran the school clinic and took care of children. She was on the front line for runny noses, bloody knees, and an occasional broken nose. Her favorite memories of her time as a school nurse have been the students she has cared for. We appreciate what she has done for our students. Ms. Bartos. Celestine Batts. Ms. Batts is retiring as a school counselor at Denby Early Childhood Center with 30 years of service. Her administrator says she is patient and caring, which are characteristics you want to see in a school counselor and educator. She has mastered the art of making both students and families very comfortable and at ease. She will be greatly missed. Miss Batts. Carnetta Beanham. Ms. Beanham is retiring as an instructional assistant at an Achievable Dream Academy with 21 years of service. Her administrator says she has served our school community for years, making an impact on our youngest scholars. Having served in a number of capacities, she has been instrumental in her most recent role as a kindergarten instructional assistant. She keeps them on their toes. Her retirement is well-deserved. Ms. Beanham. Irma L. Berry. Ms. Berry is retiring as a teacher at Newsom Park Elementary School with 10 years and 4 months of service. Her administrator shared, during her tenure at Newsom Park Elementary, she has been the cornerstone on the second grade team. Her firm but fair and nurturing demeanor helped her students to know that they are valued members of the learning community. Thank you, Ms. Berry, for your years of service. Best wishes, Navigator Ms. Berry. Mitzi S. Berry. Ms. Berry is retiring as a teacher at Kiln Creek Elementary School with 27 years of service. Her administrator shared, she is a model teacher. Everyone should aspire to be as hardworking, open, flexible, diligent, and caring in their profession. She will send notes and messages of inspiration to help peers get through difficult days. Ms. Berry is a beautiful person inside and out, and she will deeply be missed at Kiln Creek. Ms. Berry. Dr. Terry L. Best. Dr. Best is retiring as an assistant principal at an Achievable Dream Academy with 13 years of service. Her administrator shared, although she has served as an assistant principal, Dr. Best is the organizational guru of an Achievable Dream Academy. Her talents for implementation and execution have been instrumental to and for our school community. Her journey to retirement is commencing, but her love for our scholars will never cease. Dr. Best. Judy T. Bradley. Ms. Bradley is retiring as an office assistant at Menchville High School with 15 years and 10 months of service. Her administrator shared that she has been a cornerstone of the Menchville School Counseling Department. She has greeted an immeasurable number of young people who have walked into our school for the first time, sent off transcripts for students to their dream schools, and served as a friendly face at our front counter. She will certainly be missed, and someone will have some great big flip-flops to fill. Miss Bradley. Christy B. Bradner. Ms. Bradner is retiring as a reading specialist at Carver Elementary School with 3 years of service. Her administrator shared, the students and staff at Carver have had a great fortune of learning with and from Ms. Bradner. She has devoted her career to teaching from elementary to college students. She brought a wealth of knowledge and innovation to the literacy focus at Carver. Now it is off to run, ride, races. Ms. Bradner. Catherine D. Beckert. Ms. Beckert is retiring as a master bus driver for transportation with 23 years and 2 months of service. Her administrator shared that she started working for Newport News Public Schools as a bus driver. She has been a trainer and a special needs driver. She has always been a go-to driver who provided expertise and patience. Her tireless dedication and commitment to our students will be sorely missed. Ms. Beckert. Wilbert J. Bradshaw. Mr. Bradshaw is retiring as an equipment repair technician in custodial services with 34 years and 2 months of service. His administrator shared that he is hardworking, dedicated, dependable, loyal, and responsible. He had what most consider to be a pile of junk, pieces and parts from old equipment. I told him one time it was junk, and he corrected me by saying it was his work pile. It takes a special person to see something out of nothing. Mr. Bradshear. Angela K. Brown. Miss Brown is retiring as a teacher at Hines Middle School with 19 years of service. Her administrator shared she has been a dedicated member of Hines for many years. In that time, she has taught countless students and given them opportunities they may never have gotten without her, such as sewing, a pillow, budgeting, and cooking a meal. Congratulations on your retirement, Miss Brown. You will be missed. Arlene D. Brown. Miss Brown is retiring as a media assistant at an Achievable Dream Academy with 31 years of service. Her administrator shared that she is one of the kindest and most generous people I have ever met. As a library assistant at both an Achievable Dream Academy and at Riverside, she is a true people person with a really great smile and gentle word. Miss Brown. Elizabeth K. Brown. Miss Brown is retiring as a teacher at Palmer Elementary School with 13 years of service. Her administrator shared she can light up the room with her sense of humor and enthusiasm of life and learning. She is a lifelong learner who spent most of her years in education teaching tag, but she has a true passion for history. She loves dressing up in character to hook students in engaging and fun lessons. May retirement find her toes in the sand and a great book in her hand, Miss Brown. Miss Brown. Andrew L. Burgess. Mr. Burgess is retiring as a custodian at Huntington Middle School with 50 years of service. His administrator said he is hardworking, dedicated, dependable, loyal, and responsible. He has a passion for work since he's been here for 50 years, all at one school. He has shown such kindness towards students, staff, and others throughout the years, and has been very helpful. He enjoys his job. Enjoy your retirement. Mr. Burgess. Leonie E. Burns. Ms. Burns is retiring as an instructional assistant at Saunders Elementary School with 19 years and 4 months of service. Her administrator says that she is always ready to lend a helping hand. 1 minute she could be making letter sounds and the next minute leading yoga. Her level of energy will greatly be missed. Ms. Burns. Patricia N. Cacavelli. Ms. Cacavelli is retiring as a teacher at Watkins Early Childhood Center with 25 years of service. Her administrator shared that she has taught hundreds of students, mentored numerous new teachers, and created many additions to the overall gifted education curriculum that helps build the foundation for our students. Her positive attitude sets the right tone for success. We wish her the best in the next chapter as she starts retirement. Ms. Cacavelli. Joyce E. Cates. Ms. Cates is retiring as an instructional assistant at Greenwood Elementary School with 18 years and 2 months of service. Her administrator shared she is better known as Mama Joyce to the staff at Greenwood. She was a constant face to everyone. She saw many people come and go, but she remained the same. She always remembered everyone's birthday and would make their favorite cake from scratch. Even though she started her retirement in the fall, she continues to come and bring everyone their favorite cake for their birthday and volunteer. Miss Kate. Timothy Tim Kreiner. Mr. Kreiner is retiring as a teacher at Gildersleeve Middle School with 22 years and 10 months of service. His administrator shared that he is a true Seahawk. He has single-handedly kept the science fair alive and well as a result of his beliefs that students should have high-level experiences. In addition, he developed the Green Team many years ago to support the idea of sustaining a cleaner earth. Mr. Kreiner will be missed but not forgotten. Mr. Kreiner. Susan Devane. Ms. Devane is retiring as a teacher based at Aviation Academy with 24 years and 4 months of service. Her administrator says she has been a tremendous asset to our program for several years. On days she was here, it would seem as if a student would need some medical attention, and without hesitation, she would provide us insight on how to care for them while assuring the student that they were going to be all right. Best wishes on a well-deserved retirement, Ms. Devane. Christine J. Eldridge. Ms. Eldridge is retiring as a teacher at Warwick High School with 15 years and 5 months of service. Her administrator shared that she takes caring to the next level. Every student knows that once they walk into her classroom, they are in a safe, nurturing environment. She ignited that fire inside of her students that gave them the excitement of art. Thank you for all of your passion over the years, Ms. Eldridge. Howard L. Ely. Mr. Ely is retiring as an instructional technology coach at Huntington Middle School with 22 years of service. His administrator shared that he has been a valued member of the ITC team for over a decade. His winning smile and infectious personality certainly wins over anyone he happens to encounter. To say he will be missed is an understatement. We hope you all the best in your retirement and hope that plenty of the beautiful days on the golf course are in your immediate future. Mr. Ely. Brenda Langley Floyd. Ms. Floyd is retiring as an instructional assistant at Marshall Early Learning Center with 21 years of service. Her administrator shared that she has a wonderful way with children. She shows a sincere love and concern for each of the students who we have entrusted her with. She is an excellent staff member to collaborate with. She has an infectious sense of humor and loves to bring laughter to the classroom. Ms. Floyd. Bonita A. Frazier. Ms. Frazier is retiring as an instructional assistant at Crittenton Middle School with 18 years and 6 months of service. Her administrator shared that her expertise in working with students with disabilities made her a valuable member of our school family. She formed positive relationships with staff and students and was exceptional at going above and beyond. Ms. Frazier. Michael W. Glass. Mr. Glass is retiring as a teacher at Dutrow Elementary School with 33 years of service. His administrator shared that he has brought music to life at Dutrow. He has taught students the love of music and has directed many musical performances in his time at Dutrow. He developed positive relationships with students and staff. Mr. Glass. Jerry L. Good. Ms. Good is retiring as an instructional assistant at Passage Middle School with 8 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared that Ms. Good is a wonderful support to anyone who works with her and her students. She is dependable and takes initiative for making sure what needs taken care of gets done. We often hear her ask, "May I help you with that?" Her administrators and colleagues respect and appreciate her, Ms. Good. Davis Goodwin. Mr. Goodwin is retiring as a master bus driver for transportation with 23 years of service. His administrator shared that he started his career with Newport News Transportation Department as a bus driver. During his years, he has added many titles to his successful career, such as master driver, driver trainer, and key driver at Dutrow Elementary. We regularly receive praise from customers commending Mr. Goodwin's exceptional service. We wish him the very best as he retires. Mr. Goodwin. Irene J. Gressick. Ms. Gressick is retiring as a lead teacher at Dozier Middle School with 26 years of service. Her administrator says she is a wonderful math teacher. She goes above and beyond to work with her students as well as other teachers. She builds quality relationships with students and pushes them to do their best. She was instrumental in building the Dozier math team into a team that collaborated, analyzed data, and helped support each other. Ms. Gressick. Shirley A. Harris. Ms. Harris is retiring as a bus driver for transportation with 30 years of service. Her administrator shared that she started working for Newport News Public Schools Transportation Department as a bus driver. She is a hard worker and willing to accept any challenge. She also participated in the transportation rodeo to fine-tune her driving skills. Ms. Harris's selflessness and dedication to her students will be sorely missed. Ms. Harris. Gerald S. Harrison. Mr. Harrison is retiring as a teacher at Aviation Academy with 18 years of service. He brings a wealth of experience to his students. His administrator said we can always count on his classes to perform well on their SOLs. The can-do attitude he demonstrates enables many students to believe in themselves even when they didn't see it. We truly are appreciative of him being a part of our family and wish him the best in his retirement. Mr. Harrison. Sharnetta J. Hill. Ms. Hill is retiring as a media specialist at Heritage High School. Her administrator shared that her passion for reading is evident by her connections to all students, her ability to identify a genre of books they may be interested in, and willing to make our media center a place where students feel free to explore. She has sparked a passion for reading in our school that has reignited the flame of our media center. Ms. Hill. Lynn D. Horton. Ms. Horton is retiring as an executive secretary for curriculum and development with 20 years and 5 months of service. Her administrator shared it was nothing short of an honor and pleasure to work with Ms. Horton. She approached every new day and the bounty of tasks on her plate with an endless smile and positive attitude. She has earned the right to retire and enjoy her life. We wish her nothing but the best in the next chapter. Ms. Horton. Althea R. Hunter. Ms. Hunter is retiring as a teacher at Carver Elementary School with 31 years and 5 months of service. Her administrator shared that her class is just what you want to remember for the rest of your life. Exciting, structured, nurturing, and engaging are what every class should be. Her students work collaboratively to help each other. When asked what is one thing Ms. Hunter always says that you will remember, one of her first grade students said with excitement, "All right, boys and girls, you know what to do because you are learners and leaders." Ms. Hunter. Thomas R. Jackson. Mr. Jackson is retiring as an assistant principal at Heritage High School with 33 years and 8 months of service. His administrator shared Mr. Jackson, or Jack as he is known by all, will truly be missed. His sense of style, humor, and urgency to assist students has been a valuable contribution. Our students will miss his encouraging pep talks, advice for the future, and funky dance moves. Mr. Jackson is a valuable member of the NNPS family, but most importantly, 5800 Family for Life, Mr. Jackson. Barbara M. Jones. Miss Jones is retiring as a media specialist at Palmer Elementary School with 25 years and 10 months of service. Her administrator shared that she is passionate about literacy and getting children to read. Affectionately known as the book pusher, Miss Jones loves connecting children to the right book. At Palmer, she started a bookworm club, facilitated the 40-book challenge, and held numerous book fairs to get children excited about reading. Miss Jones will be missed, but is so excited to spend more time with her beautiful grandchildren. Miss Jones. Cynthia L. Jones. Miss Jones is retiring as an instructional assistant at Nelson Elementary School with 17 years of service. Her administrator shared that she is a quiet giant in the classroom. Her quiet, calm demeanor serves to center our students and teachers alike in the special education classroom. Her daily diligence, flexibility, and unconditional love will truly be missed at Nelson. As always, once a night, Nelson night, forever a Nelson night. Miss Jones. Diana B. Jones. Miss Jones is retiring as an assistant principal at Huntington Middle School with 37 years and 2 months of service. Her administrator shared that Miss Jones is a no-nonsense, hardworking, and compassionate assistant principal who will give students and staff the shirt or stylish and colorful dress off her back. She is conscientious about her work and truly cares about the well-being of students, known for her amazing and warm meals prepared for staff and her celebrations of student birthdays and accomplishments. Her special touch will sorely be missed. Miss Jones. Jacqueline B. Jones. Miss Jones is retiring as a teacher at Passage Middle School with 15 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared that she works to build relationships with students by hooking them with creative connections to her content, from dressing like an astronaut to setting up a classroom hospital. One never knows what's going to happen next in room 601. Miss Jones. Dorothy M. Joyner. Miss Joyner is retiring as a cook at Watkins Early Childhood Center with 24 years and 7 months of service. Her administrator shared, "When I begin to reminisce about the first meeting with Miss Jones, I smile. Instantly, I found her to be a woman of strength and character. She was always considerate of others, especially the students. They could sense the kindness and warmth in her smile, and she made them know they mattered. She displayed outstanding knowledge, exceptional work ethic, quality work performance, and maintained the professional standards that gained the respect of all who encountered her. It was a joy to work with her. She is missed." Miss Joyner.
Dr. Ashby C. Kilgore. Dr. Kilgore is retiring as a superintendent for Newport News Public Schools with 22 years and 1 month of service and 46 years and 8 months as an educator. Dr. Kilgore served as a principal, assistant superintendent, and deputy superintendent before earning appointment as superintendent. Under her leadership, the on-time graduation rate reached a record high, extended learning was launched, career pathways were developed, STEM was integrated into the curriculum, and early college and early career was created to prepare students for future success. Dr. Kilgore championed 21st century skills by establishing a college, career, and citizen-ready curriculum for all. Dr. Kilgore. Jane L. Lilly. Ms. Lilly is retiring as an instructional assistant at Denby Early Childhood Center with 21 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Lilly's personality is as bright as the sun, and she truly shines among the staff at Denby Early Childhood. She always shares a smile and willingly supports and mentors her colleagues. She gives 110% every day. If the task deadline is tomorrow, she will have completed it yesterday. Her colleagues describe her as dedicated, dependable, positive, warm, cheerful, patient, and kind-hearted. She is a treasure and will be missed dearly. Ms. Lilly. John L. Moore. Mr. Moore is retiring as a lead custodian at General Stanford Elementary School with 37 years and 6 months of service. His administrator shared, Mr. Moore has been a hardworking, dedicated, dependable, loyal, and responsible employee. He is a great supporter in many ways, especially when there is no one else willing to do a special assignment. I heard someone say, call John, he'll probably do it. Sure enough, he would say yes if you can't get anyone else. He became the go-to person for many. Mr. Moore. Barbara Moscat. Moscat. Ms. Moscat is retiring as an instructional assistant at Denby Early Childhood Center with 13 years of service. Her administrator shared, she plants seeds of kindness wherever she goes. She consistently shows concern for others and always seems to notice the little things that many people take for granted. She generously offers compliments and is the first to show appreciation. A former teaching partner recalls that she is a very hard worker and a warm, gentle person. She truly loved her job and all of the children with whom she worked. Ms. Moscat. Bertha M. Oliver. Ms. Oliver is retiring as a teacher at Hilton Elementary School with 27 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Oliver is a dedicated teacher who has made a lasting impact on her students and colleagues. The Hilton family describes her as being incredibly kind-hearted, trustworthy, and generous. Her classroom has consistently been a calm sanctuary for students to learn and be successful. In addition to providing engaging lessons, she emphasized the importance of teamwork, respect, and kindness. All of her current and former students share a common theme when describing Ms. Oliver. She is a teacher who genuinely cares about her students. Ms. Oliver. Jacinta Ortez. Ms. Ortiz is retiring as a teacher at Warwick High School with 13 years of service. Her administrator shared, she is an example of how to run a classroom. Every student knows that what they are expected to perform and rise to the challenge. She led her students by her example, caring for others and being a positive force in their lives. Thank you, Ms. Ortiz, for helping shape a stronger and successful future. We will miss you, but we know you will continue to affect the lives of all you touch in a positive way. Ms. Ortiz. Lisa Palmer. Ms. Palmer is retiring as a teacher at Riverside Elementary School with 9 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Palmer works hard to ensure her students succeed both academically and socially. She maintains positive relationships with her students and their families. Ms. Palmer also incorporates a variety of STEM learning experiences in her math and science classroom. She helps to promote school spirit with her work with the SCA. Ms. Palmer. Sheila Patrick. Ms. Patrick is retiring as an assistant principal at Passage Middle School with 37 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Patrick greets every student and staff member with a smile and a hello each morning. Her quiet leadership and calm presence is appreciated by all who know her. She has been instrumental in coaching teachers and helping them realize their potential as classroom instructors. She shows respect to everyone and is a model for how we should treat others. Best wishes on a well-deserved retirement. Ms. Patrick. Alice W. Payne. Ms. Payne is retiring as a teacher at Point Option with 5 years and 5 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Payne served as our mathematics teacher at Point Option, teaching Algebra 1 and 2, geometry, and algebra functions and data analysis. She was instrumental in helping our students discover new and exciting ways to appreciate the role math plays in their daily lives. Her efforts were instrumental in our school achieving a near 100% graduation rate during her tenure with Point Option. Ms. Payne. Deloise M. Perry. Ms. Perry is retiring as a teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School with 30 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Perry always puts her students first and only wants the best for them. After my first year at Rich Neck, I asked Ms. Perry to go from first grade to kindergarten. She said, and I quote, "I will do what you think is best for Rich Neck." That quote sums up Ms. Perry's willingness to do what is best for her kids. She will be greatly missed by the Rich Neck community. Ms. Perry. Kimberly A. Petrie. Ms. Petrie is retiring as a teacher at Sedgefield Elementary School with 4 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Petrie arrives early in the morning to prepare for each day. She is willing to collaborate with colleagues for the success of her students. She is passionate about making connections with her students' families to build a strong school-home partnership. She is emotionally invested in her students' success for personal, social, and academic growth. We wish her well in her future endeavors. Ms. Petrie. Ann D. Finney. Ms. Finney is retiring as a supply and logistics supervisor for the warehouse with 29 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Finney, I would like to personally congratulate you on your retirement from NNPS. I enjoyed working with you during your time here. While you will be missed by all of us, the great work you did here ensures that you will not be forgotten anytime soon, and I hope that the warehouse staff will strive to follow your stellar example. What you achieved at the school division made quite an impact, and that's not so easy to do these days. Thank you for being a tireless professional and a helpful co-worker. Now go and relax. Ms. Finney. Grace Ann Prater. Ms. Prater is retiring as a teacher at Denby Early Childhood Center with 13 years and 6 months of service. Her administrator shared, "It takes a special teacher to work with and advocate for children with the greatest needs. Ms. Prater is that teacher. Her love of children and teaching shines through. Always organized and about her business, Ms. Prater respectfully but relentlessly stands up for what is right for her students. She always looks for ways that she can get involved and help out at the school. She goes above and beyond the call of duty and shows her belief in lifelong learning." Ms. Prater. Rosalind E. Price. Ms. Price is retiring as a teacher at Huntington Middle School with 27 years and 6 months of service. Her administrator shared, "Ms. Price is so much more than a teacher. She's a nurturer and a mentor to her students. Her wit and sense of humor make students look forward to entering her classroom. She is also a cheerleader for the school and for the science department. Not only does she give time to her students, she can always be counted on to give time to her colleagues, being a listening ear, saying a prayer, or giving encouraging words." Ms. Price. Monica M. Rayner. Ms. Rayner is retiring as a lead custodian at Carver Elementary School with 30 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Rayner is reliable, dependable, hardworking, dedicated, responsible, and loyal. She displayed a strong work ethic as a lead custodian, being there for students, staff, and others. She is known for smiling and saying, "Have a good day." Ms. Rayner. Fern D. Richardson. Ms. Richardson is retiring as an assistant principal at Watkins Early Childhood Center with 16 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared, "Ms. Richardson is a supportive assistant principal. She works hard to serve as an advocate for every child in her care. Her calm, comforting manner helps others feel like she is always on their side. In her years with Newport News, she both touched and improved the lives of many staff members, parents, students, and administrators. She is thought of as a mentor, a shoulder to cry on, and a friend." Ms. Richardson. Jackie Rosser. Ms. Rosser is retiring as an administrative secretary at Sanford Elementary School with 28 years and 1 month of service. Her administrator shared, "Ms. Rosser is hardworking, honest, and takes care of her teachers and principal. She's like a human alarm clock, calculator, and counselor all rolled up into one. She keeps her principal and school on task. Ms. Rosser has earned this retirement and all the joy it will bring to her life." Ms. Rosser. Karen A. Schaefer. Ms. Schaefer is retiring as a teacher at Palmer Elementary School with 8 years of service. Her administrator shared, "Ms. Schaefer is the godmother of Palmer." Ms. Schaefer has served as both an special education and regular education teacher across every grade level. Over the past 4 years, she has served as a valuable member of our leadership team. Under her guidance and leadership, she has led the 5th grade team at Palmer to full accreditation. Students and staff love and respect Ms. Schaefer and will truly miss her humor and passion. Although she'll now have more time for ballroom dancing, we have convinced her to return to Palmer next year to tutor. Ms. Schaefer. Patricia Pat Shell. Ms. Shell is retiring as a media specialist at Gildersleeve Middle School with 37 years of service. Her administrator shared, "Ms. Shell believes the library is a place that should be used by all. She regularly partners with teachers to help with lessons or provide additional resources students may find interesting. She is equally passionate about connecting middle school students to books and making money through book fairs to buy more books. As a result of Pat's entrepreneurial spirit, and business acumen, a Gildersleeve Book Fair is an awesome event to behold and admire. The library will not be the same. Ms. Shell. Kimberly O. Shepherd. Ms. Shepherd is retiring as a teacher at Nelson Elementary School with 33 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Shepherd was the guru of 5th grade math and science at Nelson. Every day, she entered the classroom environment eager to teach young minds. She also was an active member of the Garden Committee as well as Faculty Social Committee. Through the years, her commitment to Nelson was unbridled. Best wishes to Ms. Shepherd on her retirement. As always, once a Nelson Knight, forever a Nelson Knight. Ms. Shepherd. Julianne C. Sinavi. Ms. Sinavi is retiring as a teacher at Denver Early Childhood Center with 16 years of service. Her administrator shared, she has spread wisdom and knowledge all over Denver Early Childhood Center. Having taught internationally in the Department of Defense schools and then for many more years here, Ms. Sinavi possesses great insights and has many stories to share. Her students and peers alike benefit from her breadth of experience and ability to help children succeed under the most challenging circumstances. Ms. Sinavi's love for teaching and learning is always evidence. Ms. Sinavi. Gretchen Slack. Ms. Slack is retiring as a teacher at Denver Early Childhood Center with 15 years of service. Her administrator shared, our Denver Early Childhood Center staff has enjoyed working with Ms. Slack because she approaches teaching with a keen sense of humor and grace. Ms. Slack is a positive and helpful teacher who willingly shares her materials. Her easygoing, witty personality helps ease the stress of those around her. Ms. Slack truly never fails to keep others smiling. Ms. Slack. Helen I. Small. Ms. Small is retiring as an instructional supervisor for curriculum and development with 6 years and 11 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Small joined Newport News Public Schools in 2010 directly from the VDOE, where she supervised world language for the entire state. It has been an honor and a blessing to have her lead the same work in our district. She's a calm yet passionate leader who is both brilliant and approachable. She leads with the heart of a teacher and the wit of a comedian. We will miss her terribly, but we are so excited for her next adventure. Auf Wiedersehen, Ms. Small. Dahavia Smoot. Ms. Smoot is retiring as a treatment nurse at Lee Hall Elementary with 6 years and 1 month of service. Her administrator shared, she is kind, caring, and soft-spoken. She loved caring for the children at both the elementary and early childhood center. Despite challenging situations, she always maintained composure and had a smile on her face. Her dedication and commitment to our students and staff will be deeply missed. Ms. Smoot. Sherry L. Speller. Ms. Speller is retiring as a teacher at Carver Elementary School with 29 years of service. My teacher is nice. That is the consensus of students in Ms. Speller's class. Her administrator shared, because of the relationship she establishes with her students, she is a very sought-after teacher. Every year, parents wrote notes requesting that their child be placed in her class for the upcoming year. No matter the grade level she taught, her former students all expressed the same sentiment. I love my teacher. A team player, Ms. Speller always stepped up to the challenge, knowing that all students need good teachers in every grade. Ms. Speller. Shirley E. Sturdivant. Ms. Sturdivant is retiring as an instructional assistant at Crittenden Middle School with 16 years and 2 months of service. Her administrator shared, she's warm and kind-hearted spirit made her an asset to the classroom serving students with special needs. Ms. Sturdivant has demonstrated outstanding dedication to our students and families by always going about her day with a kid-first attitude. Ms. Sturdivant. Michael Mike Tarpley. Mr. Tarpley is retiring as a custodian at Enterprise Academy with 18 years and 4 months of service. His administrator shared, Mr. Tarpley took great pride in having the shiniest floors and the cleanest school overall. He was well respected and revered by the administrator, staff, and students. He always had a positive attitude towards work every day and made everything seem so easy when doing his job. He is truly an all-around great person. Mr. Tarpley. Bernice M. Thomas. Ms. Thomas is retiring as a teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School with 14 years and 4 months of service. Her administrator shared, during Ms. Thomas's time at Rich Neck, she made it a point to develop relationships with all of her students. She faced many challenges, but handled those challenges in a very effective way. I know that the students and staff at Rich Neck will miss her and wish her the best of luck. Ms. Thomas. Patricia Pat Thomas. Ms. Thomas is retiring as an administrative secretary at Watkins Early Childhood Center with 27 years and 11 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Thomas has been so much more than administrative secretary. She manages our office, handles our money meticulously, takes care of parents, students, and staff with such grace, making everyone feel comfortable and welcomed. She is organized, and I have not yet found any question that she does not have the answer for. She is an amazing listener. She will be missed. Ms. Thomas. Wendy S. Thompson. Ms. Thompson is retiring as a master bus driver for transportation with 28 years and 11 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Thompson has always been in special needs transportation and has worked with countless bus assistants and drivers throughout her career. She has served in a variety of positions to include master driver. Ms. Thompson loved working with her children and watching them grow, and she will miss her babies, which is how she referred to her students. She will forever be a part of the transportation family. Enjoy your retirement, Ms. Thompson. Ann Thornton Lindsay. Ms. Thornton Lindsay is retiring as an account technician at Mitchellville High School with 23 years and 6 months of service. Her administrator shared, she is simply a precious gem. She has given her time, love, and energy to Newport News Public Schools as a bookkeeper. She would consistently go out of her way to ensure that our faculty and staff would have everything they need. She has been a great gift to the Mitchellville family and Newport News Public Schools. She will be missed by all, but her legacy will live on even though she is gone. Ms. Thornton Lindsay. Catherine W. Turner. Ms. Turner is retiring as a school psychologist at Epps Elementary School with 21 years of service. Her administrator share, Ms. Turner's contributions to the school are immense. She has been a resource to teachers and to all staff about using interventions to help students succeed. She was always willing to take time out of her busy schedule to observe or consult on a student's needs. She will be truly missed by the Epps school community and by all the schools fortunate enough to have worked with her over the years. Ms. Turner. Cheryl D. Turner. Ms. Turner is retiring as an instructional assistant at Riverside Elementary School with 21 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Turner works with her students day after day to prepare them to be successful in life. She works well with her colleagues and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Her main focus is helping students to retain basic skills while helping to provide equitable learning experiences for all students. Ms. Turner. Rita A. Walker. Ms. Walker is retiring as an instructional assistant at Gatewood Peep with 26 years of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Walker has provided an exceptional contribution to Newport News Public Schools through her work with preschoolers with disabilities for over 20 years. She sees the potential in each student. She has high expectations of student capabilities leading to achievement, sometimes beyond the expectation of others. She goes above and beyond the duties of her job description. She anticipates things that need to be done and takes the initiative to follow through. Ms. Walker is a leader at Gatewood Peep and will be greatly missed. Ms. Walker. Josephine Warren. Ms. Warren is retiring as a teacher at Enterprise Academy with 28 years and 9 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Warren is a very compassionate, positive, and kind educator. She is dependable, hardworking, and dedicated to her profession. She has many talents, however, one passion always stands out, and that is her love for teaching English skills to her students, especially reading. Her eyes light up, and she immediately springs into action to assist a student with reading. She is simply an all-around great person. Ms. Warren. George W. Washington. Mr. Washington is retiring as an instructional assistant with 22 years and 1 month of service. His administrator shared, Mr. Washington's students describe him as very patient and willing to help each student succeed. When describing Mr. Washington, the word that comes to mind is committed. Not only is he committed to his students, he is also committed to Newport News Public Schools and his job. Mr. Washington has a love for music. At times you would hear him hum a tune as he was in the hallways or even sing a little. He extends his love of music to teaching piano lessons to children in the evenings. Denby High School will miss his spirit in the building. Mr. Washington. Lori L. Watkins. Ms. Watkins is retiring as a teacher at Passage Middle School with 23 years of service. Her administrator shared, if teachers had jerseys, then Ms. Watkins' jersey would be retired and hung in the Teacher Hall of Fame. She is recognized as a leader among her peers, and students return year after year to say hi to her. When she isn't continuing her world travels during her retirement, we hope that she'll return to do PD on managing a classroom with the look. Ms. Watkins. Sherry M. Webb. Ms. Webb is retiring as a custodian at Menchville High School with 29 years and 3 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Webb is an all-around hardworking custodian. She is loyal and dedicated to her job. She never once complained about any assignment that was given to her. Her passion was to help others in any way possible. She would go beyond the call of duty. Ms. Webb. Cheryl L. Wilkerson. Ms. Wilkerson is retiring as a teacher at Hydenwood Elementary School with 15 years of service. Her administrator shared, she has been a primary champion for many years. She will be remembered for her ability to teach reading in small groups that grew children into all of their potential. Ms. Wilkerson expected her students to develop organizational skills, citizenship, and the ability to work with others. She had a box for everything, and everything needed for any day in a storage box. Her dedication will be deeply missed. Ms. Wilkerson. Lynn Yarborough. Ms. Yarborough is retiring as a cook at Riverside Elementary School with 29 years and 6 months of service. Her administrator shared, Ms. Yarborough is very passionate about preparing great food for the children. She was a big help to me when I first started because she knew exactly how much food was needed to order. She jumps in and helps whenever and wherever she is needed, and has even assisted me in the after-school program. She will be greatly missed by not only the cafeteria staff, but other staff here at Riverside. I wish I could persuade her to stay. Ms. Yarborough. Thank you. Our receiving line, you may return to your tables. Thank you for your help. And please join me in one more round of applause for all of our retiring employees. Mr. Nichols, if you'll come forward with our closing remarks.
What a tremendous evening. Congratulations and best wishes to all our retirees. Let's give them another round of applause. I've enjoyed celebrating this recognition with you, and I thank you for the many years of dedicated service to our students, families, staff, and our community. It's an honor to have served with each of you. And as I get closer to a participant in this dinner, eventually, it's not lost on me the impact that you've had on thousands and thousands of kids and families. I think about as a parent, I'm thankful to Mr. Kreiner for instilling a love of science in my own son that continues to this day. And thousands of kids have learned that in his classroom. To Gloria Bartos and Jackie Rosser, who took care of me as a brand new principal when I showed up like December 1st and showed me the ropes and how to do things. To Howard Ely, who saved me in the technology world when I was at Hyden Wood. To none other than Dr. Ashby Kilgore, who's been a friend and a mentor for the past 10 years and really showed me that smart is something you become if you're willing to work hard enough. It doesn't matter where you start. It's where you finish and what you're able to do. It is truly an honor to serve with you. This room right here has garnered the highest graduation rate, the lowest dropout rate, and grand prize awards all over this country. You should be very proud of the work you've done. While I wish you a happy retirement, please know that you're always welcome to come back. You can see me afterwards and we can have a conversation. You know you're gonna miss us, and we know we're gonna miss you. We can always use your expertise as a volunteer, as a substitute, as a mentor, as an other. We'll work it out, let's negotiate. We'll really miss your service and what you brought to Newport News Public Schools. I wish you all the best as you move on to the next phase of your life. Thank you for being here tonight with us. I want to wish you a safe trip home and a good night. Thank you.